Hello, friends. Welcome. It is Rachel here, and today I am making a pocket letter. This is a video for Clique Kits. I am on their design team. These products were given to me, and I am obsessed with this kit. I will put the links down below. It's such a beautiful kit. It comes with a lot of Paige Evans products and also a little bit of Amy Tangerine. And these collections that they put together in this kit just go together so well, especially for fall. I'm really excited about how this came together. So, let me talk a little bit about a pocket letter because you may not know what it is. This is one of the first, I feel like this is one of the first Happy Mail things that people made. Before the flip book, before the tag flip, before an envelope flip book, before all these grand 3D projects and suitcases and bookcases and boxes. It was just a simple pocket letter. And I guess even before the pocket letter was just a letter. But now we have progressed and we have gotten creative and all the things. But one of the first Happy Mail things was the pocket letter. And I love it. So I posted a pocket letter video on my Patreon, Halloween one, and they told me, my patrons told me the name of the lady who started the pocket letter, and I forget. So I will put that down below because I do want to give credit because I was talking about in that video, like, who started the pocket letter? And then a couple ladies were like, oh, this is who started it. I'm like, oh my gosh, how did I not know that? So yeah, this is something that you could send in Happy Mail. Sometimes people slip little gifts on the back of the pocket letter, but also sometimes nowadays it's just like a pretty little pocket letter and not necessarily a way of gifts because Happy Mail has become extravagant in the last couple years and people send boxes now, whereas before we just sent little envelopes or yeah, like that. So that's why these little pocket letters could fit in the envelopes. Um, you could fold it up and stuff and put little gifts in the back, but and do like little mailers and things. But now we do boxes sometimes. So things you can fit more gifts and you don't have to stuff it in the little back of the little pockets. But you can also do that. So I kind of want to talk about my process and how I go about making my pocket letter. And this will probably change over the years, but this is kind of like my equation to make a pocket letter. Remy will pop in once in a while, but don't worry, I shoo her away. So first let's start, I guess, with the middle since that's what I'm doing now. I'm using these sequin mixes from the kit, from the kits that I'm using, and I like to do the middle as my shaker pocket. I love a good shaker pocket, so I always do the middle as a shaker pocket. And then normally with a pocket letter, or I guess the old school way of doing a pocket letter is doing everything on the little individual pieces of paper in the pocket letter. But now a lot of times they're mostly on the outside for me. And you'll see why as we go on. So let me finish on the papers. So for what I like to do is I like to do two of the same papers in the top right hand corner and two of the same on the bottom left hand corner. As you can see there, we have the butterflies in the bottom and then that other pattern in the top right. And then the other four, well, actually, in this case, I did the top left and the bottom right as vellum. That vellum was really pretty, and I really loved how that turned out, so I might do vellum again. But normally I would do the other four completely different, just four different random papers. But this time I just used vellum. But anyway, so that's kind of like how I start off. I like to sew a border around each of the papers, so I chose this like dark purple maroonish kind of color to match with the collection. Um, and now I'm going to start embellishing. So what I like to do is do a cluster on the bottom left and a cluster on the top right. So those are two main cluster areas. So that's what you can see I'm working on here and I'm doing it all on the outside. You can do it either way, but I like how it overlaps between the different papers to make it more cohesive. Because when you do it on like 9 different papers, it kind of looks very like separate and it's hard to kind of put it all together. It's possible, obviously. You can still make beautiful pocket letters with just doing it on the papers. But for this, I like the way it looks, making it cohesive by doing it on the outside. Um, Sometimes in my shaker pocket, I like to put a piece of ephemera in there, or as you can see here, I put a sticker, a puffy foam sticker on top. And I like the way that looks. And then I'm going to start figuring out some different clusters here. The middle two papers on the left and right, I am going to put it on the actual paper. I do like to put something on the edge here on the left, and when you store it, you can punch holes in it if you want to and store it in a binder. But I'm just going to leave it like this, and the person who receives it can decide. A lot of people like to put washi tape on the side or trim on the side. I just saw this on my sticker sheet and I was like, oh my gosh, this would be perfect for the side. A lot of people get really creative and can hang like sequin mixes off the side, or like hang it on, like clip it on and hang it off the side in like a little bottle, or charms, or different trims or ribbons and things. So there's so many different ideas. And so yes, back to the clusters. So in the bottom left-hand corner, I did that floral cluster and I put that foam butterfly on top. So I thought I would do the same in the top right-hand corner to kind of even it out a little bit. And these flowers are actually like gigantic. So I'm glad I was able to find a use for them by doing this, because I don't know how I would have used them otherwise. They are huge. They're giant flowers. Excuse me. So I'm glad I found a way to use them. If you want to what's the word I'm looking for? If you want to I guess kind of like scrap lift this, or like just basically like copy this design, feel free to go ahead, do that, and then put your own twist on it. But sometimes it's good to have like a guide or a jumping off point of a little inspiration. I am not perfect at pocket letters, but actually a couple weeks ago, you may have seen if you follow me on Instagram, I chat a lot about, my daily crafty things there. Alice and I were challenging each other to make a pocket letter, and after we did that, I was like, I love pocket letters again. I miss pocket letters, and they're kind of, I think, when I started Happy Mail, that was back in 2015, so about 6 years ago, and pocket letters were starting to phase out a little bit, and we were going more into flip books, envelope flip books at that time. People were getting really creative, and people still continue to get creative, and I feel like sometimes I can't keep up with all the new things, but sometimes I think it's okay to go back to the basics, go back to what we love, go back to where we started, and the things that made us fall in love with Happy Mail or scrapbooking or mini albums or handmade embellishments, memory dex cards. Go back to the thing that made you fall in love with that, because it can really spark a lot of creativity. And I think sometimes, if you're not into Happy Mail, then maybe you don't understand anything I'm saying and you're not like in this Happy Mail world. But sometimes we feel like we have to keep up and we have to make it bigger and better and make this 3D thing that is so complex and complicated. And you know what? Sometimes we don't have to go bigger and better and try to like up the last Happy Mail package we did, or up the last scrapbook layout we did, or make it more crazy or creative or more layers or more this or more that. Like, we can just do what we love and not have to feel like we have to up the project each time, because then we kind of lose the reason why we love it. I hope that makes sense. That's kind of what I'm feeling these days. I've talked to a lot of other people who are feeling the same, because you can really, really get burnt out if you feel like you can't reach the next best thing. And that goes with like scrapbooking too. Sometimes we feel like we can't make the next best project because we don't have the next best products to work with, but that's not really always the case. I don't know why I'm like preaching here, but maybe somebody needed to hear this today. I don't know. Um, okay, let's go back to the project. So I use that little frame, put that little frame there. We got these beautiful chipboard pieces that are from Freckled Fawn, and they match this kit perfectly. They are a perfect match. Um, and so I'm just kind of finishing up this little pocket, so you can see the left and right middle pockets. I have made like just little embellishment clusters. Another great idea is you can make like an itty bitty little envelope and stick little gifts in there for someone, or you could do like a little belly band and stick little gifts in there for someone. I would love to do that on a future pocket letter. If you want more videos like this, let me know. If you want to see more of the like back to the basics happy mail stuff, let me know. I also do a lot of it on my Patreon as well. Extra longer length videos about all this kind of stuff. So if you want to see that, there's that option. But of course, there's tons on my YouTube channel. And these Clique kits are just such an awesome resource for having products to make all sorts of things. So I've had kits before from all sorts of different kit clubs where you feel like there's just like not enough products, but I never feel that way with Clique kits. I always feel like there is more than enough. So that's really fun. So I'm trying to balance out with the amount of embellishments that are on the top of the pocket letter and the bottom of the pocket letter, the left, the right, trying to just make it all even, but still leave a little bit of empty space. I think that's okay too. I'm almost finished here. I think it's coming together really beautifully. And when the recipient gets it, they can hang it up in their craft room. They can put it in a binder, like I said, put the holes in it. Um, they can take out the papers and the embellishments, because the ones that are on the front you can probably take off pretty easily. Oh wow, Remy. You can probably take those off pretty easily because of just the type of material it is. If it's not on paper, if it's on like the page protector, they'll come off well, so they can reuse it, whatever they want to do with it. Obviously it's a gift, it's theirs now, so if they want to take it apart and use the embellishments, if that's the way that they'll reuse it best, then that's perfect. I'm going to take some black mist splatters here, mist it down, and I just thought to fill in those empty spaces, thought that looked nice. And so that's a finished product. I love how this project turned out. I hope you liked it too. I hope it inspired you. This was so much fun. I'm going to leave all the links down below for Clique kits. Yeah, please check out their products and their kits. They're so fun. And thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.